Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides of the universal energies. And before anybody comments, it's just a reaction to me having the cold virus. So I do apologise. I did take an antihistamine this morning. The swelling has gone down a little bit, but we're just going to have to live with it. And for those that are worried, every year around my birthday, I get a complete thorough medical, checking thyroids, checking cancer markers, checking diabetes, checking liver, you name it, as well as breast, bowel and skin. So I'm well covered by my doctor, and it is, yes, just a typical reaction. My daughter caught the cold at work 2 weekends ago, and she was as crook as for about probably for about 10 days with it, and ended up having to not work last weekend. So, yep. On secondary news, yes, there are things that are saying, oh, I've read this book about manifesting, I've blah, 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 blah. They are all spam. When I go through the comments, I will pick them up and report them and get rid of them. So just be aware, don't worry about commenting on them. Don't follow anything that they say. They are scam bots, and all the readers are getting hit by them, and it's just one of those incredibly annoying things. Okay, where do I start? Entertainment only. For those that haven't discovered, I post a lot of stuff in my post section. So go to Maighstir Tarot under any video. It'll take you to the main page, go into the post section, and I pop a lot of snippets in there that I don't necessarily read on, but it is information that I think you guys would be interested in. Now, what do I want to actually have a look on first up? Again, it's one of those what do I pick days. Okay, right. Swapping decks, not that deck because I'm going to look at this. Alligator Auschwitz, let's call it what it is. Alligator Auschwitz. Flooded. Gee, no surprises there. The airfield was abandoned because it flooded. So shortly after the felon and de Satan visited the premises, a rain shower came through and turned it into an absolute mess. Now, the interesting, the bastard budget bill, as will call it, the BBB, has ended apparently it times the ICE budget by 20. So I'm not talking about doubling it or whatever. What's that? 2,000% or what? Anyhow, I was never good at maths. So the ICE budget's been multiplied by a factor of 20. We know what that intends. However, Mother Nature seems to be having a bit of a go and preventing, with some big storms, preventing a lot of the GOP lawmakers actually making it to Washington, D.C. to vote on this. So, everything crossed, touch wood, that it doesn't get through by the 4th of July, because that's going to really cheese somebody off. And you've got to remember, this regime has only been in for 164 days. Feels like years, but it's only been 164 days. So what do I actually want to have a look at? I want to have a look again at Alligator Auschwitz. Let's call it what it is, a concentration camp. Swamp mosquito. Well, okay, this is immigrants, and I don't know that I like this card. I'm hoping it means it closes down, but I don't like this card. The reason why I want to have a look is it's the immigrants, yes. I read yesterday using the predictions deck by Trish James, but I want to have a look today to see how the guards are going to go. So what's happened is the declaration was that it's going to be guarded by the National Guard. Oh, gee, I'm sure they really enjoy being called up to do that. It's also come out, the felon and de Satan announced that lawyers within the Florida National Guard will be sworn in, undergo a couple of weeks of training, 6 weeks I think it was, and be sworn in as judges to be able to expedite cases. Oh, I don't know that that's particularly legal, but okay, I'll just let that lie for the moment. But I wanted to actually have a look at the guards themselves. Now, flooded on day one after only 1.5 inches of rain. What's that about? Yay much rain? What would we call that? We call that about 5 centimetres. 5 centimetres of rain. Apparently, it's designed for a Category 2 hurricane. Yeah, right, as if. But let's have a look. Show me. Do we need to know about the National Guard? Now, I'm just using the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. The National Guard. What's flopped over here? Oh, interestingly. So we've got the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So trying to... I'm getting the feeling of being abandoned out in the middle of nowhere. Now, I'm asking about the guards. Emotionally not happy. Trying to keep a lid on the grumblings with these guards being out in the middle. I don't know whether it is out in the middle of nowhere, but that's the feeling I'm getting of her on this island with this cliff in the background here. The poor morale, trying to keep a lid on the poor morale. Some sort of kindness being offered here. Now, I did a reading the other week on the deportees and their guards that were halted in Africa. Was it Sudan? I can't remember exactly where it was. And how the guards sort of come to know the deportees and see them as human beings. And then we've got an unexpected announcement coming forward that's going to change everything. Emotionally upwelling, absolutely just new beginnings in regards to this. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. How are the guards? Interestingly enough, it was every one of the court cups except for the king. The next one was the King of Swords, so there might be some legal action coming forward. So show me. Well, I didn't watch it, but I have heard. Oh gosh, and that's popped out. Oh, sorry, that one's popped out again. That one popped out, and then I grabbed this one. This is just going to be way too much, and it's going to be an awakening, a call to arms, a judgment, and it's just absolutely overreach. So, and I believe they use FEMA money to build this because Homeland Security have got no money, where you've got red states, that are can't get any funding for disaster relief. As I was saying that, okay, shining a light on dark money behind the scenes and some sort of announcement coming out that everybody's going to walk away from. Okay, pop those back. What do we need to know? Just putting them back randomly. What do we need to know today? Oh, what was I talking about? I was talking about the press conference. The orange twerp, he was all over the place, drooling, waffling on about how he loved Florida when he was being asked questions, the same question over and over, couldn't answer it. His mental decline is just on full public display. Just because he's upright and trotted out, his mental decline, his mental decline is on full public display. And just because they're trotting him out doesn't mean that he's actually okay. I'd say he's been receiving some elixirs to keep him going. Right, entertainment only in case I hadn't said that already. Come on, guys, let me get these cards out of the question that I want to ask. They take me wherever I need to go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. How do the National Guard feel? They not happy. Not happy. Is it foolish or is it this new journey that they're being sent on? There's going to be pushback. They are not happy about being used as pawns. I mean, there'll be some in there that like, oh, let me at them, but they're being used as pawns. Let's have a look. Show me the attitude of the National Guard. I gather the first refugees are supposed to, you want that on the bottom, okay. The first refugees are supposed to arrive there within days. Immigrants. Now the felon's come out, a few people sent me this, he's come out and said that they're trying to find a way to deport US citizens. He said that again weeks ago. I think I did a reading on it weeks ago. There's nothing new there. It's just him reiterating. And I think if I read it correctly, that they will actually try to do so. Excuse me, I just have a sip of my tea. I'm usually gorgeous, but today is my day off. Okay, let's have a look. Sorry, 12 minutes in and I haven't done a spread yet. The National Guard, the Hanged Man. Something being stopped, being paused, looked at from a different point of view. Might be a lot of resignations from the National Guard if they're not careful. But being stopped. Challenged by the demands of Homeland Security. This is my Kirsty Gnome card, challenged by Kirsty Gnome. It's my Homeland Security card. Some sort of agreement across the aisle being made. Contracts and agreements, some sort of agreement being made. Might be because the bill doesn't go through or through yet. Right, Sword of Truth. The National Guard in Florida, so this announcement's come out. This is undeniable strategy and truth that they are being ordered to serve the king, is what I'm getting there. But who is the king? Felon is just the idiot out the front of the stage. Okay, but this is in the past. Crowning this reading. Not happy Jan. Australians will know what I mean when I'm saying that. It was an ad for the White Pages. Not happy Jan. They're not happy about this at all. Who's trying to keep a lid on it though? The dissension in the ranks is basically what I'm getting there. The Fool, being asked to go on a fool's journey, being ordered to go on a fool's journey. Externally, the money to do the work. They might get offered extra pay to do this, but internally, no, they don't want to. I suspect if you need the money, you might say yes, but emotionally, no. This is not what they signed up to the National Guard for. They signed up to protect their families and their communities. Hopes and fears. pushing back on these orders, these instructions, collective awakening, wake-up call, judgment card, big wake-up call, ending, an ending to the strategy. But it's also, how many times can you stab the National Guard in the back? I don't think, here we've got, now it's the Queen of Wands. She is about internally working out a plan, etc. But she's also, as Laurie from Way of Positive Change says, she's the only queen looking straight on with her knees apart. And this is about a plan to prostitute the military, prostitute the National Guard. And they're not happy. I got this in regards to the National Guard with LA as well when I read on that. And then we've got the King of Swords, a legal case being brought forward about this horrific deal that was done. We've got here the Knight of Cups, an offer coming, some sort of offer in regards to the abuse of power and betrayal and deceit. People are walking away from it, and we've got the ending. I don't think they're going to get on the base. We've got justice, we've got treason, we've got big announcements coming out. I don't know that the National Guard will actually take on this role, because the file and rank, the rank and file, are not, I mean, there'll be some, but I get that the rank and file not happy. So will the National Guard actually be, it's just lunacy. I suspect they're going to be offered more money, but I don't know that they're going to go down this lunacy path. This is not what they signed up for. Show me. Are the National Guard going to push back? Yes. Yeah, big yes. On the bottom, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. And then we've got the people. We, the people. This is a lesson that will be repeated if it is not learnt. We, the people. You've got then the voters and the communities, and you've got the swords, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Knight of Swords. You've got the Queen of Swords. Just shut out in the cold, and big messaging coming forward. I don't think the National Guard are going to wear this. I don't think the National Guard are going to. I think there's going to be a pushback from the Florida National Guard about this. My next question is, one of my lovely viewers asked me, was it the guards that end up getting sick? Yeah, there's some sort of contract and agreement that was made amongst higher ups that they can't follow through with. So I think the Satan's promised it. Yeah, because there's the walking away. Emotional walking away. I ain't doing that. I'm not reporting for duty. Whomever becomes the guards at Alligator Auschwitz, let's call it what it is. You wanted that one? Well, it's a yes card. My question, oh gosh, look what's on the bottom. Bruised, battered, beat up, back up against the wall. Illness. My question is, will it be the guards that get ill? Page of Swords, the young warriors. Well, first of all, it's yes, challenged by the young reckless warriors. Got promised a lot of money to do this. So yes, I think there will be some that do it to prostitute themselves. Three of Wands can be a plan coming to fruition. But if you look here, the ships are sent out. These ships are heading out of the harbour, not in. Deposited and abandoned is what I'm getting there. Deposited and left. You've got the Three of Cups. Circles of support, celebration, emotional celebration, hidden agendas. Will it be the guards that end up getting crook? A lot of news coming out internally, hopes and fears, a false victory by those that are celebrating. Oh, is this okay? I'm getting Holman, Nome, and DeSantis. Not even getting the felon in this. They're celebrating what they see as a false victory, but nobody's cheering in behind. We, the people, bringing this to an end. Bringing this to a dramatic end. Okay, so I'm not getting, oh gosh, and you've got the awakening card on the bottom there. The awakening about the wannabe emperor, the money involved, 145 million, I think it was, just for this one. Those that think this is the energy in the here and now, those that think they've got it all in the can are in for a things changing surprise. So there may be, just grab Trisha's predictions deck and just ask, there may be some that do it for the money. Oh, slippery deck. It's hard to not end up with them all over the floor. Oh, well, yeah, surveillance camera and surveillance and security cameras. It's what I got the other day. Show me. What will happen with the guards, the National Guard, with Alligator Auschwitz. Evidence of a scandal. Ooh, I mean, look at these 3 cameras on here. Surveillance record, security cameras, evidence of a scandal, joining forces, holding power, rising water. Well, we know it flooded already. Controlled puppet, which we know the felon is. Seeing what's coming up. Public life burnout, an experiment or test. I think this is going to burn out. Pardon me. Trains or transport, support role, hiding something. What have we got going on here? We've got this darkness outage, shadow rulers. What have we got going on here? Footage coming out. Who's joining forces to hold power? Oh, we know who's holding forces to joining forces to Satan and Holman and Nome. What do we need to know about this holding power? Because it is we, the people, that are going to bring this to an end. Compromised and harmful, and being told to stay put. There's going to be lies that come out about this. Absolutely. I just get that there's evidence that in an attempt to hold power, those in the regime are going to join forces. The tsunami rising power. I'm going to get that the guards are being ordered to stay put, but they're in this compromised situation. I'm not getting any sort of illness or anything there. I don't know whether, I'm assuming one would think that they would be immunised against things like dengue fever, and assuming there is and malaria and stuff. What I want to do, actually, I'm going to grab my yes/no cards. Now, Denise emailed me this morning and said, choose one card. Yes, ma'am, Denise Knight. Because she has yes/no cards as well. It's her I got the idea of. You split it again. Yes, ma'am. There's 12 yes, there's 12 no, there's 2 blank, which is my influx. Oh, goodness, doesn't matter how I split it. Yes, ma'am. But what I'm also asking the cards is, okay, pardon me, will this concentration camp, because let's call it what it is, will it actually open? Will it open? Yes, it will. I mean, it is open. It had its official opening. My next question is, will it stay open? Will it stay open for long? Will it stay open for long? Yes. Okay, don't like that. Okay. Will a hurricane go through? Will a hurricane go through? No. Okay. Will this concentration camp be closed? Will it be closed? Will it be closed by the end of it's asking the end of the hurricane season? No. Will it be closed by the end of the year? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Yes, it will be. Will it be? Now, David from Tarot by the Bay, I haven't asked a question, did a really good reading on the Simpsons predictions. So check that out. Show me. Show me. Is it the guards that will close it? Nothing written. Nothing yet written. Okay. Just one more. Very quickly, just to confirm. Will the bastard budget bill, will the ICE funding be passed? Well, very possibly not. Disappointment, heartbreak, walking away. Will the bill, the bastard budget bill, something's changing along the lines of alliances. There's something changing here about those that have previously potentially supported it. There's just that it's too far. Those that previously supported it, there's some mind changing happening here. Will the felon be disappointed on the 4th of July in regards to his big bastard bill? Will he be disappointed? Will it be passed by the time, oh, okay, Netanyahu may not make it into the country. I gather he's coming with his missus. If that's not a let's get out of Dodge before trouble strikes, I have no idea what is. Will the orange twerp be happy or saddened on the 4th of July? Right, we've got this betrayal, abuse of power, big messaging about the work that's gone into the bill, prostitution, the magician, and the world card, being manipulation. There's no sadness cards there. Lunacy on full display. Death. Devil. How's that for a string of final cards out? The era coming to an end as the lunacy is on full display. I don't know. Oh gosh, on the bottom I've got the temperance card. Trying to hang on, but out. I think he might have bigger issues at play than the bill getting through. Is the orange twerp even going to care about the bill with whatever this is that's coming up for him in the next few days? Is he even going to care about the bill? Some sort of a big announcement coming out. Is he even going to care about the bill? It heralds a new start. I don't think he is. What was that one? Restriction. Russia. Ooh, is anonymous. Fleeing. Partnerships finding themselves on the ropes. Unable to harvest. Something unexpected out of left field. The strength of the military. Okay. He may not even care about the bill getting through because there's something bigger coming down for him that is not going to end well. Okay. I'm going to leave that there rather than get into too much speculation. Something bigger. Looks like something bigger is coming down for him. Okay, I shall catch you shortly. Take care.